How's it going everyone, and welcome back to a brand new Battlefront 2 video, and today we'll be talking about some of the issues with capital supremacy, as I've had some time with it now and it's definitely a load of fun, but the game mode undeniably has issues that should be addressed. So this isn't a video of me crapping on the game mode and just being, that negative guy, because I'm sure the negative head in this community will rear himself at some stage anyway. But this will be more of a constructive criticism kind of video, pointing at the issues so they can be fixed. Now before we get into this, let me know in the comments what you guys think of capital supremacy so far. I am really interested to see what you guys think of it, and if you are dropping by and are new to the channel, then feel free to subscribe for more Battlefront 2 videos. But now anyway, let's dive into the discussion. Now the first thing I want to discuss with capital supremacy is the match length. Now, my issue isn't necessarily the length of the game mode, but more the payout for playing as long as you sometimes have to. Like matches going for an hour or 2 hours and then you're only getting, I don't know, like 500 to 800 credits. It's just not really worth it, to be honest. If they won't adjust it so the matches go for shorter times, then they should definitely increase the credit payout at least. Like, I'd happily stick around for an hour for 2,000 credits instead of playing 3 matches of Galactic Assault for a similar payout, and I'm sure most people would agree with that because the game mode is fun and it being longer than Galactic Assault is definitely the way it should be. And I'm not saying it should be any different, but the credit payout needs to be bigger if the games are going for as long as they do, just end of story. I've seen a few people complain about this on social media, and I've seen tweets at the community managers asking if they're going to increase the credits. At the time of recording, I haven't seen too many indications that lead to the credit amount being increased, but hopefully the more noise that's made on this topic, the more likely they are to change something. Now, I also want to discuss the locking of era-specific heroes. I didn't like this idea when it was announced, and I still don't really like it, if I'm honest. Like, I get from an immersion perspective why people like it, because yeah, it does help provide that Clone Wars feeling, and I completely get it if you want to stay era specific, but me personally, I'm just kind of not on board with it really, but like I said, I do get why people may like it. I feel like it's pretty divisive, so no matter what happens with this, someone's going to be annoyed, but honestly, I've found that it just results in people spamming for Anakin and Dooku, and nobody really cares about the rest. Not really anyway, because I mean, no one wants to use Chewie, let's be real. But anyway, another thing I have come across is it just feels like reinforcement overload. I swear at one point it was just ARC Trooper Central like 5 times over, and given how powerful those blasters are, it's not good. Now the ARC Troopers may be a little bit too overpowered as well, so that's probably worth mentioning. So I'm not sure what the cap is for reinforcements exactly for capital supremacy, and it's not really a major issue or anything, but I don't know, it was something I came across and I was writing it down, pros and cons and all that when I was playing the game mode, so I thought I'd just discuss it anyway and just see what you guys think. But moving on to one of the biggest issues I personally have with capital supremacy, and that is the bugs. I have experienced some absolutely rage-inducing bugs with the maps, the heroes, the cinematics. There's been a fair few, and some are definitely a higher priority to get fixed than others. There was one in particular that kind of pushed me over the edge and had me absolutely raging. I got stuck in a door and died out of the zone as a result of that. And I'll run the footage in the background so you can see it for yourself. And yeah, that was probably the biggest bug I came across, and I've seen a few people mention similar bugs affecting their games. Not to mention the whole not being able to ever start a match thing, because for some reason it just won't start the match. Or you get stuck in first person, then it boots you, or whatever it is. But either way, I think DICE should definitely be addressing bugs, as it seems to be a very common problem across the community. If you've experienced any bugs like this, let me know in the comments below. And lastly, I just wanted to talk about the whole one map issue. Now, yeah, if you want to get technical, it's not one map, but I can see people getting sick of this capital supremacy map in particular. It's the same ground phase over and over, and the change up is the 2 capital ships, which in itself are both good, but people are going to get tired of it quick. I've already seen people in the community say that they're already bored of the map, so I think that speaks all for itself. This one may cut it for now, but they definitely have to expand on the game mode, no two ways about it. And in brutal honesty, they needed to drop more than one map for this game mode. They announced this like 9 or 10 months ago and have probably been working on it for over a year. Not to mention it was also delayed, and it's just been delivered like this. It just does not feel like enough from that aspect. and I seriously hope that they have plans to add to this game mode very soon because the potential is there. But they need to expand on it and they need to do it quickly. They've set a good base, but things need to be added to keep the community happy and entertained. Now, those are the main issues I've had with my time playing Capital Supremacy so far. Nothing overly game breaking, but arguably sometimes definitely game breaking, let's be real. Like heroes being instantly dead because of being caught in walls and doorways. These are just things that should not be happening a year and a half into a game's release. However, there were things that I seriously was worried about before I started playing, like the AI players in the first phase, but in all honesty, I completely forgot that there were actually AI players, so whatever they've done with the AI, I think it's been a good move. Like, don't get me wrong, sometimes you can tell if it's an AI or a real player, but if you aren't really looking for it, I don't think it's something you'd immediately notice. So I'll give DICE credit on that part. But regardless, there are definitely ways the game mode can improve, and I really hope they are going to do a very, very quick hotfix for some of the issues the game mode has. But guys, those are pretty much my thoughts on some of the issues with Capital Supremacy. For the most part, the game mode is really good. If some of these issues get addressed soon, then the mode will certainly be improved. But that's why videos like this exist, to highlight the problems so that they can be fixed to make the game mode better for everyone. But anyway guys, what are your thoughts on all of this? Do you think the game mode needs a few tweaks here and there? Let me know in the comments below. And if you did go on to enjoy this video, then it would be greatly appreciated if you could drop a like to show your support and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But that just about wraps it up for me today, so thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys all again real soon.